Benin, a country in West Africa. It has a small population of 9 million people. The region of Benin was referred to as the Slave Coast from the early 17th century. A large number of captives were shipped from here as slaves to the New World. This gate is one of the monuments reminding of that history. The modern-day Republic of Benin has left its past behind and is one of Africa's nations which has finally achieved a stable system of government. Although the country has made some progress, the route to prosperity for the majority of its citizens is not an easy one. The literacy rate in Benin is improving, but is still one of the lowest in the world. While Benin has seen economic growth over the past few years and is one of Africa's largest cotton producers, it ranks among the world's poorest countries. We will present the work of one of the NGOs operating in the country and what the work means to Benin and its people. MTA was approached by the German branch of Humanity First to document the work in Benin, especially because some of these are model projects nearing completion. A journey to the African continent was something new and exciting. The German chairman of Humanity First provided us also with some information on the history of Humanity First.
Humanity First ist eine internationale Hilfsorganisation, welches von Hazrat Khalifat Masih Rabi gegründet wurde. Und Hazoor hatte uns, als er diese Idee zum Vorschein gebracht hat und erzählt hat, hat er ganz klare Instruktionen gegeben, was er erwartet von Humanity First. Und zwar, es gibt weltweit auf der gesamten Welt viele Hilfsorganisationen. Manche haben gezielte Gruppen, die sie helfen. Wiederum gibt es Menschen, oder Gruppierungen, die nur religiöse Ziele verfolgen. Hazoor sagte uns, dass er wünscht sich eine Hilfsorganisation zu haben, welches unabhängig von Hautfarbe, Rasse, Religion den Menschen hilft, dort wo auch immer eine Hilfe gebraucht wird.
Humanity First's unique mission is to promote and safeguard the preservation of human life and dignity, and helping people irrespective of race, religion and politics. These values are based on the Holy Quran and the teachings of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. On the last night before our flight, our imagination did not have any limits, and many questions were on our mind. What will the next 2 weeks hold for us? How will the local people react? We wondered if we would see some of these children in Benin. We landed late at night and Dr. Mubarak Sahib, a doctor in Benin, picked us up from the airport in Cotonou. The travel plan was to stay at the guest house of Humanity First in the city and visit the hospital construction site in the morning. The first impressions in the morning were something unexpected. The city was very busy in early morning. Children were on their way to school and some were playing in the streets. Finally, we were ready to visit the hospital. A first-time project for Humanity First in Africa is a very modern 3-story hospital in Cotonou in southern Benin. The hospital is part of Humanity First strategy to provide long-term solutions in more populated urban areas. Some more remote areas are served by medical camps as well. The hospital is about to be completed in a few weeks' time. With the grace of Allah, the hospital will provide 38 beds, modern equipment and a sterilization unit. It will be one of only a few hospitals in the country to offer CT and X-ray scans and various other critical services at one location. One crucial difference between this hospital and others is that the majority of its equipment was donated or acquired at low cost from various companies, including medical practice insolvencies in Germany. Nevertheless, it will still be one of the leading hospitals in the country in terms of service standard.
Dieses Krankenhaus hat verschiedene Abteilungen. Wir haben also eine Pädiatrieabteilung für die Kinder. Wir haben Chirurgie, innere Chirurgie, auch Katarakt-OPs können wir gemacht haben. Wir haben einen professionellen OP-Mikroskop auch mit dazu. Das heißt, wir können auch große OPs dort machen, professionelle OPs machen.
It is astonishing that the total cost for reconstructing the building and equipment was approximately 50,000 euros. We will not be here at the opening ceremony of the hospital, but we can't wait to see it fully operational. Our journey took us to Porto Novo, the capital city of Benin. It is around 40 kilometers north of Cotonou. All the other Humanity First projects were in this city. We were invited to stay at the house of Fahim Sahib, the local vice chairman of Humanity First, and visit the different projects from here.
In 2008, Hazoor came to Holland, and suddenly he asked Fahim, "Are you ready for Africa?" Fahim looked at Hazoor and immediately he said, "Yes, Hazoor, I'm ready." That's the way it started.
Apart from his administrative duties, Fahim Sahib works with his wife at the Humanity First Optical Center in Porto Novo.
But we are heading to our optical center to serve humanity, and let's see how many patients we'll have today to measure the eyes, preparing the glasses.
He and other workers and volunteers were trained by an Ahmadi optician during the Humanity First optical camps. Humanity First has held various camps throughout Africa, where up to 3,000 people were provided with glasses for free. A pair of glasses is a luxury item for most of Benin's citizens. The price of a standard pair of glasses is 1 to 2 times the average monthly salary. Many people who suffer from vision defects would not invest in glasses. At the optical center, patients are checked for short and far-sightedness. The frames were mostly collected by Humanity First from opticians throughout Germany. A database holds the information on all the frames of different sizes and makes the work of the opticians considerably easier.
What I really like to show you are the second-hand glasses. They're all numbered and they're in the computer. So if somebody arrives here and he's very poor, has no money, we try to search a good class for him. And here's not all. They're numbered till 3,400, but we still have $2,000 on stock, and we have to arrange them and put them in these boxes. So then we also can take these on eye cams if necessary.
The service and glasses provided at the optical center are offered at a very low price, affordable by most people. Anyone who cannot afford to pay is not charged at all. Basic infrastructure is available in the larger cities of Benin, but the supply of electricity and gas is not reliable, and large parts of the population can just not afford it. There is also no sewage system in place. This does not only cause bad smell, but is a serious health risk, which is one of the main causes for the spread of dangerous diseases. The next project we were about to visit was quite unique. A biogas plant could be the solution to 2 problems. It converts human waste into plant fertilizer and gas. An interesting fact is that the bad smell is eliminated during the process. Hamad Sahib, the vice chairman of Humanity First Germany, is working with local Humanity First workers on building the 2 chambers of the plant. It is being built next to the Jamaat guest house. The main work has been completed, and the team's preparations are in the final phase.
That very moment we are just doing the final work to use that biogas plant, and it's necessary that we will close this hole I don't know why this is there, so we have to close it. That we have two different rooms, and for that purpose I have to remove all the water, because otherwise the cement the local people are using will not get hard. That's the main work now, and a lot of stuff has assembled here. This also has to be removed. So because afterwards it should be only biomass in here, which can be digested by the bacteria and be digested to gas, to biogas, inshallah.
The gas produced by this small plant is not sufficient for many households. Initially it will be provided to Dr. Lukman Sahib, who is a homeopathy doctor and provides his service to the community. In close proximity of the opticians, Humanity First also runs an IT center. In this age, knowledge of technology, such as basic IT skills, are essential in order for people to be employable. Here, students learn the use of word processing software, Excel, PowerPoint, and other software tools for free. The IT center is well established and can issue state-recognized diplomas for the courses attended.
Bon, nous nous formons ici, bon, commençons par le seul de base d'abord. Bon, on parle de secrétariat ou bureautique. La première chose, c'est le seul de base. Nous nous formons à partir de Microsoft, Windows, Word et Excel, qui est réparti de 3 mois à 6 mois, voire même 6 mois. Et en dehors de ça, maintenant, ceux qui veulent se perfectionner, on va maintenant dans le PAO, tels que Photoshop, le Corel, le Publisher, même d'avoir même Access.
Students come from all kinds of backgrounds. Some are trying to improve their skills. Others are using a computer for the first time in their life. Even some of the more educated candidates cannot afford a computer for daily use, and most of the schools will not have enough computers for every student to practice on.
Je suis venue dans ce centre pour apprendre l'opérateur de saisie parce que c'est très important de nos jours. Par exemple, sans l'opérateur mini, nous ne pouvons pas éviter les tâches pénibles et répétitives qui se font manuellement. Grâce à ceci, nous pouvons maîtriser l'outil ordinateur qui nous permettra de faire la saisie. Nous l'apprenons aussi dans notre école, mais je suis venue ici parce que je pourrais mieux la maîtriser.
The practical skills learned in the IT center should make the students more confident when attending interviews. These are key skills employers look for when hiring people. These candidates will stand out with their CVs when applying for jobs. Our next station will be a key Humanity First project, the construction of an orphanage. On the way to the construction site, Fahim Sahib bought a present for a very old friend of his.
We are reaching now one of our old friends, and he is the one he is my big friend, and although he's so old, he's happy, laughing, always laughing. So today I brought him some nice gifts, some clothes, so he might feel better in his new things. Mon ami, regardez ça. Je vais regarder, c'est une poulie. Quand c'est chaud, ça c'est très, quand c'est froid, ça c'est très bien pour utiliser.
One of the most vulnerable groups in a society that require protection are orphans.
Das ist die Lehre auch vom Koran, die der heilige Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam uns auch mehrmals darauf aufmerksam gemacht hat, dass die Menschen dafür Sorge tragen sollten, dass die Weisen der Gesellschaft in guten Händen sind. Der heilige Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam hat sogar gesagt, jener, der auf ein Waisenkind Acht gibt und für seine Zukunft sorgt, der wird am jüngsten Tag mit mir so sein, und hebte seine 2 Finger. Das heißt, diese Bindung oder diese Zeichen zeigt uns auch, dass er dem heiligen Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam am jüngsten Tag im Paradies sehr nahe sein.
A proposal was put forward to Hazoor, and Hazoor graciously did not only approve this project, but inquires about it on a regular basis. This is a great source of motivation for the team. The target is to complete the construction of the orphanage before the international Jalsa Salana UK as a present to Hazoor. The construction of Ahmadiyya Darul Akram, or the House of Honor, a name provided by Hazoor himself. It has a deep meaning. It gives honor to children who are one of the most vulnerable in society. The plan is not only to give these children who have lost their parents or whose parents have left them a loving home. Essential skills that are required to be self-sufficient shall be taught from early on. Carers will inshallah look after a small group of children and be mother figures for them. Around 50 children will join initially, and it is planned to gradually extend it for more children. As per the Islamic teachings, the children will not be converted to a religion. Sadly, this is done in many other orphanages all over the world. The aim is to give the children a home and teach them the basic principles of Islam, which can also be found in other religions, such as love, kindness, and truthfulness.
We learn in Islam, with love you can reach everything. Now we come to the point that this is in the books. The love for all, hatred for none. This is here in Africa. And we see that since we came here in Africa, we give our love, we give our time, and we see as a mirror, our love will be returned by the children.
The children in the school are as eager to learn as anywhere else in the world, as they have the needed facilities now. The situation is very different at most other schools. Many parents just cannot afford to send their children to school, as they rely on the children to support the family. At the same time, schools are not available in every area and children have to travel far to receive an education. As a comparison, in most Western countries, the literacy rate is around 99%. In Benin, the literacy rate is approximately 42% only. The classrooms of this school were too small and the teachers had to take the classes in the open air, where there was no shelter against the sun or rain. Often students had to be sent home due to bad weather. Mr. Zophon Edmond is the director of the primary public school and has worked closely with Humanity First. With the help of the parents of the school children, 2 additional classrooms were built.
Nous nous sommes rapprochés du siège de Humanity First qui est de Ahmadiyya qui est à Dodi ici. Donc nous leur avons demandé leur aide pour nous monter la construction et nous terminer complètement le bâtiment. Donc c'est ce qui a été fait. Ils nous ont fait un module de 3 classes plus une direction et ils ont équipé les salles de classe en mobilier scolaire. Il y a des bancs et de tables dans toutes les classes. Ils nous ont donné 60 tables et bancs. Vraiment c'est bon. Vraiment on ne peut que remercier Humanity First. Et nous leur souhaitons longue vie dans notre pays, au Bénin ici. Ça, Humanity First, bravo à Humanity First.
A unique story is that of a boy named Evaris. His parents did not have any money to send him to school. He regularly worked with one of his relatives who worked on the construction of the school. This was hard labor which a young boy of his age should not have to endure. Atta Zubair Sahib was very disturbed by the fact that a little boy had to work hard and could not go to school. At the opening of the new classroom, he offered to cover Evaris' schooling costs. The mayor said that it was his responsibility and would happily take over these costs. In the final days of our journey, we heard the good news that the biogas plant was about to do a final test run. We were of course invited to record this event. The whole team who had been working on this project over the last few months was very excited.
So now we are in the final stage of our 2 days work and also of the completion of the biogas plant, and that is we have to cover it now with our special plastic cover I brought from Germany.
With the grace of Allah, this final test run was successful, and Humanity First can think of implementing this technology on a larger scale now.
I hope that this idea, all of the people can use it in Africa. This is a gift, a great gift for Africa, I think so.
Although we could not be present at the opening ceremony of the hospital in Cotonou, we received some pictures from Humanity First. The visitors were very impressed with the high standard of the hospital, and apart from the local mayor, representatives of the health ministry were also present. The government thanked Humanity First for this hospital and promised ongoing cooperation in the health sector. Patients who will require certain treatments and scans will be referred to the Humanity First hospital. Thanks to Allah Almighty, this hospital is a milestone in the history of Humanity First. We met the boy Evaris, whose picture is at the front of the Humanity First website again. According to his teacher, he integrated well after a time of adjustment. For us, he was a symbol for the successful work of Humanity First in Benin, and also a symbol for the recent success of the country itself. We were touched that Evaris could have dreams again, which he might be able to realize one day.
On travaille beaucoup pour devenir un grand docteur.
We have seen an organization which has taken the true teachings of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and applied these to work out long-term solutions for a whole country. We were about to leave the friendly people of Benin behind us, and were looking forward to come back again one day, inshallah.